Are we going?
Yeah, bro, we lit right now.
Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, this is Point Proven. This is episode 4.5. I go by the name of Rello. That's R-E-L-L-O, and this is my host.
4 times the genius, forerunners.com. You already know what it is. Check it out.
Okay, so check it out. Before we even get anything going, we got a special guest in the building. We got somebody that works his ass off. We got a lyricist in the building. We got somebody that is a part of an amazing group, Levelheads. They are on the grind in the city. We got somebody that I've known him for a couple mixtapes, and he's been working his ass off. So without further ado, Marrice Anthony, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for having me on here, guys.
Yeah.
Good guy, man. Look, I just heard some shit, man. Nigga's ill, bro.
Man, he's too nice.
Ill.
He's too nice.
What's going on with you, bro?
Another day, brother. Another day. Everything's going good.
How's life?
Shoot, it's going great. Hey, we didn't know if this was gonna happen, but we had made it happen. So, without further ado, I met this guy basically through a homeboy named KJ. Shout out to KJ. I don't know what city he lives in right now.
He's in Virginia.
Virginia.
Shout out.
He is in Virginia.
Yeah.
Shout out KJ.
Yeah. When I was down there for the Million Man March, he hit me up. Was like, bro, why you tell me I was here?
Yeah.
My bad. But anyway, one day I'm coming from lunch and them two are there, whatever. We chopping it up, and he's like, man, my boy Marrice been working on something. And I'm like, okay. He's like, Reese, you got something you can spit real quick? Marrice was sitting there with his lunch, and he's just sitting there just spitting some bars. Like it was nothing. Like it was just like a regular like conversation. Like it's just secondhand. Like this is what he does.
Like a bite then bars.
Mm-hmm.
Bite then bars.
Literally. And he was spitting, and then like he knew that something good was coming, so you're gonna be like, damn. As he takes his bite, he's like, yeah, I can just hit you with a mean bar. And then he goes again, keeps going. I'm just like, damn, this dude was nice. That's hip hop. And from there on, I listened to a couple of his tapes. I was just sitting there, and I've listened to Nimbus 1, Nimbus 2. I've listened to Cookies. I've listened to Cooler. I've listened to Summer Training, and he's getting better and better. Each time he just dropped a tape. Layla dropped what? I believe Monday, the first.
A couple days ago. Yeah.
And so, what was your mindset like when you was working on that? Like,
I went out to Los Angeles. Back in October, we was going to a concert. It was me and like my homeboy, and we was going out there to visit my sister and some more shit. And I don't know, just the time I spent out there, like especially after everything that happened, like that led to like a whole bunch of shit. Like back in October, in August and whatnot. Like I was in a bad spot, and like a bunch of like trash shit happened to me while I was out there, and I just felt like the way it was feeling, it kind of came up like a love story almost, and so I just kind of like plotted out this like fictional love story in my head, and then like I just wrote it, and so that's how Layla
Creator
pretty much happened. Like it was just like I wanted to make my issues relatable, so I mean I kind of just did it.
And you did. You made sure that you did that, and you did. You got a mean sample with Luther in one of your songs, and that's amazing. That's great work.
Thanks,
but let's get a little bit behind the scenes. Where you from, bro?
I'm from here. I was born in San Diego, and then when I was 3, me, my mom, and my sister moved to Detroit, and then I was 9 when my mother died. We moved here. So I've been here since I was 12. So 12 years, something like that.
Yeah, we went to high school together. So you kind of got an influence a little bit. Do you go back to California here and there? You know, a little bit.
It's been seeming like I go back every year, but I haven't been meaning to. It just shit always happens. Like I know I got to be back out there because my sister's graduating like in May or some shit.
Oh man, congratulations.
Yeah. And I go out there and visit family, but I go to Detroit sometimes too. Like I'm going to Detroit on the 14th to visit my grandma and shit. But all my influence really comes from like, it really don't come from a specific place like in geography. It just comes from like me wanting to make something that's not happening. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever you hear some music that comes on, you want to be able to vibe with it or whatever, and niggas ain't doing that really no more. So I feel like if I can put something into the universe that niggas can actually fuck with and can feel, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas don't feel shit no more. Like, I want niggas to feel shit.
Look,
so
I'm feeling this shit, man. Vibing the fuck out to it.
Man, great.
Shit's nice.
Yeah, you can kind of tell like you don't really have like a it's not a sound where it's like, oh, I can tell you're from here, or I can tell you're from this coast or something like that. It's kind of like wherever you're from, you can relate to it. Yeah. It's just like, you know, it's good music. It's good music. But you didn't start off as Marrice Anthony.
No, I changed my name.
And you still was M.A. Lee your first rap name?
Yeah.
Was that like what was like, where did that?
Well, the Marrice Anthony was always there, but then I was a corny because I made this shit when I was in 6th grade. I never told nobody this, but I was a corny nigga in 6th grade, and like I listened to like a lot of Exhibit and like Murphy Lee. Like I was really fucking with Murphy Lee, so I did the
Midwest.
I did the MA and then put Lee.
Nobody thought about that, but that's dope.
That was a bad idea. And then when I got to be like 21, I was like, yeah, this is bad. I'm not doing this shit no more, so I just changed it.
Okay, so did you change it because you were just tired of the name, or did you change it because like it was like a vibe in your music?
Well, my name, like when I introduced myself to people, even when I was that other name, I would always say my name is Marrice because I was like embarrassed of my rap name. So now it's like a lot easier. Like I could just say my name is Marrice. On top of that, like if you typed in M.A. Lee on YouTube, you found nothing but like Asian tennis. Like you couldn't find my music. No fucking way.
Exhibition game.
And then now I would be super fucked because you got Young M.A. Like you would never find me. You would never find me. Like
he thought ahead. He thought ahead of that. That's
if you type in Marrice Anthony on Google, like I'm the first thing that pops up. Like there's another nigga with the name off, like spelled all fucked up. Like it's not my name, but you know what I'm saying.
You'd have to spell your name wrong in order not to find you. Yeah, basically. But was there a point in time in your music at all where you were kind of just done, where you just thought about you was like, I don't want to do this shit no more?
Summer Training. Summer Training supposed to be my last EP. On Diff. At the end of the song, I start singing, I said it's the last time, but this ain't the last time. Like, that's what I was talking about. I was saying, like, because when I started it, I was like, okay, this is going to be my last thing, and then I'm done. And, like, I did the song Summer Training, and it caught. Like, niggas fucked with it. And then, like, I did Backpack.
That turned out to be one of your best projects.
That's what everybody said. And then, like, Diff happened. And I was like, all right, I'm probably going to keep rapping. So I was like, it was supposed to be the last thing, and then it just wasn't.
So like, what made you get to that point where it was like, fuck it, I'm done?
I dropped an album called Pulp, and nobody gave a fuck.
And Pulp was nice. I was one of the listeners. I'm sorry.
Oh, speaking of Backpack. Pulp. That's Diff. No, it's not. Never mind. I thought that was Diff. Anyways, no, I put Pulp out, and, like, I had been promoting the fuck, and I ain't, like, that was probably like the reason why people tell me that that's like my best thing I've ever done is because I busted my ass for that. Like I'm talking about, I had to be at work in 5 minutes and I'm still sitting in front of a computer finishing up this mix on this one song. Like because my job was like 2 minutes away. Like I didn't play. I pushed the limit. Like I had like that was my first. I think my first music video came from that. Like I did a video for Body and Soul. Like and then just I put it out and no one cared. So I was like, why am I doing this? But I was saying, like, if y'all listen to Leave Me the Fuck Alone, I was having a conversation with Dan on there, and that's where I got those snippets from. And the best thing that happened to me, the best two things that happened to me from music happened on Bandcamp when I put Pulp out. And that was one, meeting Matt Clag, which helped me to meet Dan, which then helped me put all my music out through This Ain't Heaven. And then the other thing was that I met Jonathan Gearing, who plays keys for Devil Wears Prada. We're in a group called Phase. And they both found me on Bandcamp just because of Pulp. Like, Pulp dropped, and a day later he was like, hey, I've been thinking about doing some rap shit. Are you interested?
Yeah. Okay, who's Dan? Like
Daniel Davis. I just call him Dan because I know him. But Daniel Davis runs a label based out of his home. It's called This Ain't Heaven Recording Concern. I've been putting music out through them since 2014. It's just him. And so basically, all the music that's been coming out of there usually is local. He does have like some bands from other places. I don't want to get their name wrong, but it's a band from Brooklyn that put their song out through their album out through him. People hit him up from all over trying to just get to a core place, and like he's always sending out tapes and shit like that.
That's dope.
It's like the best situation I could have had for distribution because one, that's my friend, so I don't ever have to feel like he's like fucking me over. But for two, like it's all DIY. So if you put a record out and you yourself don't make any money, then it's on you. If you yourself don't get a lot of people to listen to it, then it's on you. It's all your fault. It's not the label's fault.
And you like that?
Yeah, he promotes his.
Facts.
He promotes your show. He promotes your shit just like he promotes everybody else. He has no favorites on that label. Like and then every time you come over there, he always has new shit that he's putting out. I mean, I've been over there because he lives right around the corner from me now. So I mean, like, I'll go over there and he's already talking about, we got like 4 releases for December, and I'm
That's
like, goddamn. Like,
shout out to Dan. Yeah, we'll be talking to Dan.
He was just in the Wichita Eagle recently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he's the only label here that does cassettes still, I think.
Yeah, see, if you know me, I've been talking about the cassettes real heavy lately, so we definitely gonna be fucking with a real song.
Okay, so going back to Layla, did you write Layla? Like, what's your method now? Because I remember hearing a story from a previous podcast about how you. At one point, your dad wasn't really supportive about your music or whatever, you know. So you kind of had to hide your notebooks.
Right. This is high school though. This is high school. So I mean, now I'm grown ass man. I got shit.
Well, I mean, so like now, do you like when you wrote Layla? Did you write it in a notebook? Did you work on your phone now?
Yeah, I had back in college. I had bought like a BlackBerry just to write raps in, and that shit died. But I still love the idea of writing in my phone because it's always with me. Versus like notebooks, spill water on them, like lose them, some shit like that. And I still have like a lot of my notebooks from high school, like still. But I just write them in my phone.
Have you gone back to any of those notebooks?
Sometimes, make sure I'm doper than what I was. I usually am. I was trash back in high school.
You wasn't trash back in high school, but you still be trash.
Like the shit I be doing now, I'm like, damn, if I had did this shit.
You've come a long way.
Yeah.
It's just that constant elevation, man. Like, you know, you started.
I don't stop working.
I don't stop keep
working.
It pushing.
I can't stop working.
You elevate each way.
Yeah, I try to. But Layla came about. By the way, nobody knows this, so this is gonna be fun. So, I made it home and I got into. Did you see what I got into with that producer dude? Did you see that shit on Facebook? I went on Facebook Live. I was talking about this dude that had done beats for me before, and he like decided that he wanted to charge me now because I wouldn't give him one of my sweatshirts for free. Because I
did see that.
Okay.
I did see that.
That whole thing happened, and then
what beat did he give you?
New York, Japan. And then a song on Nimbus 2 called Jewel Cases and Summer Moons.
Wow.
Yeah. So he was a hoe for that, but you know, whatever. But after that, I didn't want to like outsource anymore, like, because a lot of my beats I just find like they're not from anybody I know except for a couple like Freshmaker or Jonathan Word made a beat for me a long time ago, like shit like that. But so what I did was I woke up one morning and I said, I think I'm gonna learn how to make beats. So I downloaded GarageBand to my phone, and like 3 days later I had 30 beats made. And so then like I picked like one out of them. I gave some to Dan. I'm gonna be releasing a beat tape called Chrome October under the alias Easier Tony, which is why on all the songs on Lato says produced by Easier Tony. I made all those beats. So all those beats are like my first beats like I ever made. But all the samples I found, I learned how to like sample off of GarageBand. This is all made on my phone, so like I'm holding my phone and shit. But
it's right there in your hand.
Yeah, so like I think like a lot of my new shit, I think all of my new shit might actually just be produced by me because it's easier that way, and it's a lot more fun because you don't know what you're doing could be trash. Mm-hmm. Like you always see the final product when you get a beat. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, all right, well all I have to do is keep this beat fire. Like it's like you make something and you're like, okay, well I can try to make this fire,
and you got the ear. You got the ear. I told you I was like, listen, it's all your beats and stuff. You have the ear, like. I swear on everything I love and no disrespect, I swear like you're like the Rick Ross of your crew because like you have the ear, like, and you can like, that's the only best way I can compare it because like those beats that you pick and how you flow on each beat, and it's just like applause to you.
Thank you.
Applause to you on that. So how did you form your group, Levelheads?
Levelheads I made up while I was in college, and it was originally a rap / R&B collective. So it was me, it was Shock, it was KJ, it was Ariel Phoenix. I think that was all of us. And we were going to start doing music together. The main thing that was the issue is that none of us could get music recorded because DIY shit wasn't a known thing to the rap community back then. And so KJ moved, and I came back from college because I was going to Parsons at the time. And I was kicking it with Shock, and one day Shock come over and he's like, yo, I just seen my homie Dez playing trumpet at our coffee house. I think he should be in Level Heads. Now, I was confused because I was like, nigga, we record raps. What the fuck I need a trumpet player for? Like, I was confused. What the fuck, like, what could he do for me? So then, like, I met Dez. He's a very nice guy. And then, like, a week later, Shock is working on a song. We at his spot or whatever. He was like, all right, so we got to do this. No, he was an aerial spot. And he was like, all right, I got Dez coming over. Dez is going to help me do this song or whatever. So I'm like, all right, so this nigga got trumpet. Like, and so he come in, and Dez, like, he sets up, he puts the headphones on and shit, and I noticed he don't have a trumpet with him. So I was like, what's about to happen? And then this nigga starts singing. And I was like, oh, shit. I didn't know the nigga could sing. And he sings very, like, man, like, niggas say he sound like John Legend. And he hates when that's why I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep saying that shit, because he hates when niggas say that. But he really do, like, the nigga sound like John Legend. So then, like, so fast forward a little bit, I'm working with Dez, we're doing music together, whatever, and then we have ICT Fest coming. Matthew Clagg asked us to do ICT Fest. No, it was before that. He said, I got us a show at Anna Murdoch's. When I don't know if it's still open or not. But he said, I got us a show at Anna Murdoch's. And I was like, well, how the fuck we gonna do that? He was like, well, I can get a band. And I was like, oh. So then, like, he got his homie Rami, and I forgot I want to say it was Dustin. And we played our first show at Anna Murdoch's. Since then, we've had a lot of like, shuffle changes. Like, Rami moved, Dustin moved. We got Benji, and then we've got Josue. We had Jordan, but Jordan is not in the band anymore. But it's us four. That's the final four members. And then Shock occasionally, whenever he decides to show up to shows, piece of shit. And that's kind of the collective that we're rolling with right now is just us four. But we still jam out pretty hard.
Man, what's up with Shock? He's like a mystery guy.
Shock, he does that shit on purpose, though.
Like, anytime, like, he dropped a song, like, this was some years ago, and then all of a sudden, like, he was gone, and he was like, his music was moving, and I was like, damn. Like, it was the same time as Party Next Door came out, so they had, like, the same type of, like, mystery to them or whatever. But then I was like, damn, now these niggas got a group. And then I was like, oh, Morgan singing too? Yep. I was like, ah.
Yeah, we had Morgan. My bad. I didn't even. Goddamn, she gonna kick my ass. My bad. I had Morgan too. I had Morgan. I had Drinker.
I mentioned you, homie.
I had Melissa was with us for a little bit.
Morgan, that's the joint from the Uncut podcast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Shout out Uncut podcast.
Shout out Uncut.
Yeah. Morgan, I think she said, because Morgan's been on a few of my joints, like a few of my projects throughout, even if she's not like
was she on Nimbus 1?
She was on.
No. What was that? What was that? Which?
She was on Yellow. I know she was on Yellow. She sang on. Let me go back. She was on Cooler a couple times. She was on Cooler.
So did you sample this? Or is it just something that's playing?
That's just something that's playing. No, that's what I said. I thought it was different. I was like, oh, that's not even my song.
You're a fucking genius.
You in the same list as Genuine.
Oh man, y'all.
No, I didn't even cop that. There we go.
And this is off of Layla right here?
Nah, that's on Nimbus 2.
Okay.
We played through Layla already.
Okay, yeah.
This is Nimbus 2.
That joint is only 5 songs, right?
Yeah. Okay. Layla's super short. I like doing shit like that because, I mean, it's not a commitment. Like, if you like Nimbus 2 is 17 songs. Like, you gotta commit to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see how you just did that? Like, oh shit. Like, that's how niggas be thinking.
You know, because I was thinking, you know, like, I've been paying attention and, like, it's like the average album is about 10 songs now.
Yeah.
You know, it's about 10 songs.
Well, that's the thing. That's how albums used to be. Like 18, 20. If you look at, like, Maxwell's Now album, it's 11 songs. Yeah. Short albums were a thing back then. It was no, I mean, there's a couple Luther albums that have 8 songs. That, I mean, albums was just the thing to do. There was no such thing as a mixtape. There was no such thing as an EP. Like, now, you can pretty much put out and put a name on whatever you want. So the EP thing is kind of just to let niggas know that I do have full lengths Like I can do a full length, but this is just something to get out. Like I didn't want to add no more songs to it. I didn't want to take nothing away. I thought 5 songs was just like right in that pocket.
Yeah. You didn't disappoint those 5. I'll give you that.
You said what?
I said you didn't disappoint those 5.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll give you that. Layla's very dope. And if you haven't had a chance to go listen to Layla, go ahead and get on that. Because they can listen to your music where?
MarriceAnthony.net, or if I'm on SoundCloud as Marrice Anthony. My name is spelled Marrice. If you fuck it up, you will not find me.
Okay, so we're gonna ask you. We're gonna ask you.
It's alright, man. I can't blame you. It's Marrice. You just spell it how you've been seeing it all this time.
We're gonna ask you a couple questions that we ask like everybody that comes to. So, which label do we start with? Usually we start with, would you join Bad Boy or Death Row?
I would never join Bad Boy.
He would have been on Death Row.
Never. Nigga, you ain't seen the Bad... I've been calling that the Bad Boy curse forever. You ain't, like, everybody who get on Bad Boy, they drop an album and then they never drop again. You know Red Cafe got 13 fucking mixtapes out, no album on Bad Boy?
That's horrible. I didn't know he was still on Bad Boy.
Yes. Nah, I'm straight.
What would be that #1 label that would just be like, here go the bag, and you be like, you know what, I'm fucking with y'all?
It would have to be an independent label. Like I know there's something with a key that Childish Gambino was on. Like one of them. Somewhere like I don't have to. There's no advance. Because there's nothing for me to pay back. I make my own money and then you get a cut off of that, and then I go get my tour money and that's good. You know. I don't want to be on like a major because you know the thing that niggas don't know about being on labels is that like everything comes out of your budget and you don't know about it. Like if a nigga come in and like sneeze on the track, that's coming out of your budget. You know, recording records, that's out of your budget. Well, if I record my record at my house and it don't cost me nothing, then I don't need to send you shit. I don't need to pay you for nothing. I want to be able to make my own bread and then make a cut off of that versus having to basically make my money to give to them.
Absolutely. So it's just like throughout the duration of your career, you want to stay independent.
I try to. I want to.
What were the other labels? What was the other options?
Well, if the man wants to be independent,
he ain't even no more than asking him no more.
See, like for me though, it's not necessarily the labels. It's more so the moguls or whatever. You know, it's like to be under Jay, to be under Diddy, to be under fucking
Diddy.
Ross.
He said Diddy gonna screw you over.
Yeah. I mean,
Diddy's
you know,
true,
like,
but
it's true. Look at
it. You know, like if you look at it under the, you know, like it's like under, you know, like all of the glamour and shit or whatever. It's gonna be a lot of bullshit. It's gonna be a lot of bullshit, but.
You don't gotta be on a label to be up under a mogul though, because on Pusha T's last record, Diddy was in there co-executing on some of it. Man, Pusha's on good, so I mean, you don't.
Yeah.
Diddy didn't have to do that. You know, that's just his nigga. You see what I'm saying? Like you don't. Yeah. That's or like if you like.
Who ain't gonna agree to like work with Push though? Who wouldn't agree?
Nah, I don't think anybody is gonna deny that. It's Push. But like, Chance is the notoriously independent, right? Like you heard about.
Do you believe that though?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know how he got on that Madonna record?
The bag.
Jay called him. Jay randomly called his phone and said, "Hey, you want to do a song with Madonna?"
Could you imagine that phone call?
See what I'm saying? Like you don't really gotta be signed to be cool with these niggas.
No, I believe that though.
Okay. Well, who do you listen to?
I gotta pull out my phone for that.
Alright, so before you get into who do you listen to now, who are your earlier influences?
I say like in high school is when I was like at my peak of listening to shit. I listened to a lot, like Busta Rhymes dropped The Big Bang, Lupe Fiasco, First Food and Liquor and The Cool. I had just heard Reasonable Doubt, so I was going back through all of Jay's shit around that time. Nas, Hip Hop Is Dead came out in 2006. I was really heavy on that. I listened to Black Eyed Peas when Monkey Business came out. Like Nora Jones, The Miseducation. But then like I started finding people like on the internet to listen to, and then I started listening to like Jail Bud and Royce the 5'9", the bar exams, and I found because I've been listening to like there's somebody who just got popping and I've been knowing for like Francis and the Lights. I did like Vic when he first came out. I don't like Vic Mensa too much now.
That's a common consensus.
What was that? Internet came out. I was fucking with
Internet
it.
was hard.
Yeah.
Let's see. Right now, shit that I've downloaded. Y'all remember that YouTube group called Carmen? It was a girl and a dude, and they did like a bunch of covers.
Oh yeah.
They did a cover of the 6 Foot 7 Foot, and she was singing this shit. Well, she's solo now. She got she's Queen Herbie now, and she got an EP out.
Queen Herbie.
Fire. Y'all know who Black Bear is?
Oh, Black Bear. Yeah.
Black Bear is fire. Smino is really good. I love Smino. He got a remix to a song called Anita with T-Pain that's out right now. T-Pain.
Is that what you was talking about on Twitter?
Yeah. T-Pain snapped on that bitch. There's a bunch of shit that's just out and I copped and I haven't heard. Tory Lanez. I do like Tory Lanez. I guess Nora Jones has a new record out. I had no idea. Well, I have it, but I just forgot. Sam Smith, Big Crit's new record is pretty good.
So you're a Crit fan?
I'm not a Crit fan. No, I hated Crit before Catalactica. I hated Crit. Yeah. I used to say that Big Crit made no thanks music because whenever a nigga say you want to listen to some Big Crit, you be like no thanks. NERD.
We still got. Well, hold on, man. Crit. Hold on. Catalactica. You wasn't fucking with Catalactica.
No, I hated Crit before Catalactica. I like Catalactica.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Forever Is a Mighty Long Time?
That's what I'm saying. That's his newest record. I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I played Keep the Devil Off like 90 times when I first heard it.
So between the two, which one is your favorite album? Between those two,
Probably the newer one because he's more authentic. Crit.
That's the debate we've been having.
Yeah. See, I felt like Catalactica is harder.
Catalactica, but the thing was that like the only Crit song I liked before Catalactica was What You Mean minus Ludacris's verse. So it was kind of like when I hate Ludacris, by the way. Sorry.
Oh, I gotta put you and my brother in a room.
How do you hate Ludacris though?
Ludacris is trash, man. Not old Ludacris. We're talking about Ludacris now.
Okay.
Not old Ludacris. Like stand up and all that shit is my shit.
Ludacris isn't trash. It's just.
It's not the same.
He old and he got old punchlines. Like he say old nigga shit. Like and it's like he try to make it new.
Yeah.
And like the way he delivers it, it's really like cringy. That's the best way to explain it. He's really cringy.
How do you feel about
I knew this girl named Mandy. She was a pink toe. Like, nigga.
Hey, that's the best reference too. That's the best reference that you go to.
Yeah, it was really bad. Like, yeah, all that, but yeah, but like what I was saying though was that the Catalactica sounded like that sound that you got from that record, where it was like no synth or nothing. Like it was kind of like a little bells in the back. For the most part, it was just bass. Like it sounded like Crit was trying to make it something that was hard hitting. And then on top of that, Mount Olympus came out, and that was a really good record. Like it was actually the first time I heard Crit actually attempt to rap really well. Cause like
both versions of it are good though.
Yeah, I don't like the beat flip on it.
Yeah, I don't like.
But that's just like I'm in the minority of with like remember when Kanye dropped Facts? I like the OG version versus the album version. I hate the album version.
Yeah.
So I mean, the beat flips.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I just don't think he could have cleared the sample. Like, or I don't think Crit could have cleared that sample, and that's why they had to flip the beat. I'm like, nigga, you might as well just left that alone. You don't need it on the album.
Yeah, I didn't like the way they flipped the beat. I didn't like that.
I think Dahi made that.
Yeah, he definitely did.
I think Dahi made that.
Dahi made the beat. Yes, I killed the track.
Yep.
I don't fuck with yeah. Shout out Crit, man. Shout out Crit.
Well, shoot. What other questions was we gonna run through?
Oh, that's the influences question. What's your thought process? Because like from what I'm hearing or whatnot, it's like it seems like it's just like one well translated thought, and it's like it has so much clarity. You know, like I said earlier, whatever. It's like you rarely have shit that's just like this clear or whatnot. It's like I understand your message from rap or whatever. So it's like, what's your process from start to finish of a track?
With each song, I get the beat, or I guess I'll make the beat now, and Okay, when I find a beat, I know like within 30 seconds what I'm rapping about. Because the beat, I mean, pretty much the feel of it you're going to get early on. I don't need to hear all 3 minutes of it to know what I'd say on it. And then from there, I just kind of fill in the pockets. So, I mean, if there's a sample in there, I try to play to it. If there's a beat switch, I try to play to it. If there's shit in there that needs to be taken out or added in, like with this beat I found on SoundCloud. And then if you hear, I have my homie Dez playing trumpet in the background. Like, I just felt like it needed trumpet, so I had trumpet put on. Like, that's type of shit that, you know, I'm able to do.
Right.
But when I make the beat, it's different because right now I'm in the process of making something, and then like halfway through, it'll be not what I started out making. But it'll just be better than that, and it'll be a whole different type of song. Yeah. So at the top, I'll be like, all right, like I'll hear like, I don't know, an Aaliyah song, and I'm like, all right, well, I want to make something that, you know, I could probably liken to that, and it'll turn out to be some hard trap shit. It happens every time. So yeah, I don't know how it works out. I'm like, I'm not good at executing one idea because I get carried away and I start adding shit, and then it just flips the mood of the beat entirely. So.
Nah, yeah, man, that's definitely how it goes. When you're making a beat, do you prefer to start from scratch or do you prefer to sample?
It just depends. I mean, with all the shit that I made on Layla, I was under the impression that I was only ever going to be good at sampling. So I just went and I just found a bunch of samples and then made the beats myself. But then I just added drums and whatever I needed to add. Right. But like lately, I've been coming up with some cool shit from scratch, and it doesn't sound bad. So, I mean, it's just whatever I'm in the mood for. If I hear a song and I want to sample it, I just do it that way. But, you know, sometimes it's much easier to just pick up your phone and just start banging on shit till you come up with something.
Yeah. See, pick up your phone and see, like, I do everything right on this guy right here.
Yeah, and
so I'm not hip to the phone shit yet.
I need to invest. I mean, it's GarageBand.
No. You know, like it's like, yeah, but at the same time, it's like, shit is moving forward. Niggas is legit making bangers on the phone. So it's like, you know, just need to move forward with the, you know,
well, honestly,
the evolution of it.
Honestly, I feel like this should have been an OG thing though, because
with the phone shit.
Well, just in general, doing shit in a different way. Like if niggas ain't got the expensive Mac or you know what I'm saying, the fancy fucking iPad, but they got an iPhone, GarageBand comes free with every iPhone. So you just open it and figure it the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just like iMovie comes with a Mac. And I just got this information from Dan. Shout out to Dan. But y'all on Netflix, y'all ever see that show Louis?
Yeah.
By Louis C.K. He has a show called Louis, and I believe it was either that or his HBO special. He paid to get it shot himself. He edited it himself on iMovie and then turned it in.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
I heard about that.
I've been telling you.
So like it's a and it looks great. It doesn't look like a bullshit show, but he edited it on his fucking computer. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easier because you don't gotta ask no questions. You know, I remember like sending out ideas for artwork and having to wait 2-3 weeks to get my artwork back. You know what I'm saying? Now I can go take a picture of some shit and make it my artwork. You know what I'm saying? Or I can go and make something myself. I can go do it all myself. My projects cost me nothing to make because I can make the beat, I can mix it, I can master it myself, I can get my own artwork, and I can do my own promotion. So I don't need to pay nobody for nothing.
So how long have you been mixing your own shit?
Since I started recording by myself in 2010, 2011. Like I used to fuck with this dude. I used to fuck with this dude that had Adobe Audition 3, and I got that from him, and I was mixing on that, and then I ended up getting Ableton Live 9, and so then I just recorded into Ableton and then export it. I mean, I recorded into Adobe, export it, and then mix it into Ableton. And it gets me a really good, like, leveled out sound. That's why a lot of my newer shit sounds much more full, because I just recently started fucking with Ableton. Like, back in cooler days, I was still only recording and mixing in Adobe, so that's why it sounds real watered down and real high, like real trebly.
So really taught yourself. Like, you know,
yeah, I had to, because like I don't have no money. So I mean, I couldn't go to college. I couldn't do anything because I mean they don't have this kind of shit in the colleges that I could have gotten paid to go to for. So I just was like, all right, I'll just figure it out.
You just gotta learn it yourself, man. It's like we've been doing this shit for so long, so it's just like, you know, go check it out. Man.
He's a creator.
Like, that's all you can really say, man.
He's a creator.
Yeah.
So, Summer Training, Yellow Tape, Cooler, Pulp, Nimbus 1, Nimbus 2, Layla, The list goes on. What's your favorite tape?
Probably Leave Me the Fuck Alone right now. Cause that gave me that Pope feel. I wrote some of my best shit on that. That was a really good record. And it came from an honest place. I didn't have to. I wrote and recorded the whole record in a week. So I mean, like it was like 8 songs, and I just did that shit. It was real easy to do, but I mean, like, because it came from some shit that I was really going through. You know what I'm saying? So it was like the easiest record I ever did. But when I play it, it still fucks with me.
What was the feel of that? Like, what was going on at that point? You said it was around the same time of Pope. It was that
I wrote
vibe?
it the week after I almost committed suicide, back in September, I think. So it was about, like, that whole record is me talking myself out of doing it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I had to come through strong on that, because if I didn't have no good reasonings, I probably wouldn't be here talking to y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So to me, that was like the most touching thing I'd ever done, because it was like an all or nothing kind of deal. Like, it was like a mission. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we're gonna fight to live, then this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a record. But I mean, y'all can see where my mind is at on that. Like,
you know what that tells me?
I want to go back to listen to it.
You know what that tells me? We gotta keep our eye on this thing. We have to stay with this brother. The reason why I say we gotta stay with this brother is because he's a creator. He's showing you how real music is for him. How real this music is. And when you have somebody that's that hardworking, that talented, you have to like, for the culture, we gotta protect you at all times. Like, I said that or whatever a while back. I forgot about who, but I was like, I'm gonna say now, like, Marrice Anthony, we must protect you at all times, brother. We must protect you at all. I don't know what happened with my throat.
Definitely.
Cotton mouth like a mug.
Definitely.
But
you went through something, dog, and I'm sure that the music that you created from it, you know, like, it helped somebody else to get through something as well, man. So from the world, we appreciate these projects, dog. Cause from what I'm hearing, I'm telling you,
that Luther sample,
bro. It's just dope.
Man, that Luther sample crazy.
This shit hard.
But Layla just came out, and I know you're kind of vibing fresh off of that. But you being a creator, I know you're already on to the next.
Yeah, I usually work at 3 projects at one time. Usually, because I have so many ideas, but pretty much whatever gets done first gets put out.
So what's next?
I don't know.
You don't know.
How many projects do you put out a year?
It's slowed down. Back in 2011, I think I put out 6. In 2012, I put out like 4. 2013, I put out like 3. And then so like around like now, I put out 2 last year, I think. When did Nimbus 2 come out? Both Nimbuses came out this year. Holy shit, it's been a long year. Yeah, I put both out this year. Yeah, so I mean 2 or 3 usually, but I mean I might, you never know. I mean with the EP it's easier because I mean it's 5 songs, so I mean might fuck around and get 12 of them hoes like in a year. Yeah, I do a lot of music. I think that's why it's so hard for niggas to keep up with me though. But I like it that way.
You're moving.
Yeah, I stay moving. I can't stop working.
Where do you get the idea for the artwork?
The Layla artwork is a picture of one of the rooms in the Airbnb I stayed in when I was in LA. Leave Me the Fuck Alone was me sitting on the porch of the house I used to live in Detroit. And it's all abandoned and shit, like niggas that burnt it down and shit. But like,
I've seen that cover. That cover's dope though.
Thank you, man. But like the Nimbus ones was obvious. Like I just had to do Dragon Ball Z references.
Where did you get that idea? Like what made you say Nimbus?
Okay, so Nimbus happened. The first Nimbus happened where I dropped a song on SoundCloud, and then 2 weeks later I dropped another song on SoundCloud, and then pretty soon I just did that like 11 more times, and then I just said I'm gonna just make this a mixtape. Well, I dropped it on SoundCloud. It's Cloud Nimbus, yeah.
Creative as fuck.
I just thought it fit.
Nimbus 2 is my favorite project of yours. Thanks, I'm sorry, I don't know if that's like a slap in the face or what, but Nimbus 2 was...
Nimbus was really fun to make. You had to write a new song every week. So I mean, it was a lot of fun to do, and I got to work with my friends a lot on that project. Like Freshmaker made I had Dez on there, I had Marcus on there, I had I'm forgetting mad people and I know it. I had my nigga Kareem on there, OG Reem from Florida. He was on Reem OG. What is your name, nigga? You change your name like every 3 weeks. Anyways, yeah, I'm calling you Kareem because that's your fucking name. Kareem was on there. I was gonna have Lattimore rapping on that tape too, but we didn't get it done in time. But he did have a beat on there. Like I had a lot of my friends on there. It felt like a real homie tape. Like
was Lattimore the one that was in the group before? No.
I didn't even know he made beats until I seen him. We opened up for Jameson a few years ago. Maybe it was last year, and he was at the show. And then like I found out like a week later he made beats because he dropped that beat, and I was like, oh.
Do you plan on working with anyone from his crew?
I didn't know he has a crew. I don't know nothing about him. Like I went to high school with him. He's a cool dude, but as far as music, I don't know shit.
He has a crew they called I don't know if it's his crew exactly, but they're called Hill Mob.
I've never heard.
And do you remember a guy named Ashton?
Oh, cause he
has a mixtape called Lord Sushi.
I've heard some of his shit. He's actually pretty nice.
I think I heard that.
And do you remember Preston? Light skinned guy.
Yeah.
Played on the football team.
He rap?
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard.
Yeah, I think his name is A.B. Easy.
Oh, that's him?
Mm-hmm.
I've been following him on SoundCloud. I didn't even know it was him. He shares a bunch of shit. I don't even really see him drop music that often.
That's him.
Unless I'm tweaking. Sorry, bro. If I can't match a face with a name.
But those are the three that I know of that's in the Hill Mob.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Okay.
And they real dope.
Sorry, guys.
I think you and Ashton.
Shut it down.
You two together?
It can happen.
You two together because
I just haven't heard from him, so I didn't know. I didn't even know he was still doing music. I didn't hear none of his records or nothing.
Yeah.
I know I heard some of his earlier shit like a couple years ago, and that was really nice. And then I didn't know he had anything else coming, probably because I just wasn't paying attention.
Yeah,
but
he released that tape or whatever, and it's called Lord Sushi, and that mug is nice. It's real nice.
I'll check that out.
Yeah, but you got any other personal questions or anything for him? We done cover quite a bit. I'm a fan of him. I think we got the detail in.
Yeah, man, I'm vibing to what's playing right now too.
Vibing to it. So listen, if you haven't had a chance or you haven't listened to this man here, go ahead and where can they find you, bro?
MarriceAnthony.net. Marrice Anthony on all my social media.
Boom. I found him. I have him on SoundCloud. I listen to him active on SoundCloud. I know that he has a couple of songs and stuff on Tidal or whatever, but if you want to listen to him, he's a very talented artist. And like I said, he has an A&R ear. So you already know that the beats are amazing. You already know that it's going to deliver. So salute to you on Layla. Salute to you on your career. Salute to you on everything that you got going, bro, because I know you're going to make it a long way.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Man, I know you're going to do it. Hey, I'm 100% behind you. So whatever he has coming, know that Point Proven is going to be behind it. But, hey.
4 times the genius, man. Look, we're about to link up. You already know what I do, man. Look, you already know what I do. We're about to link up. We're about to have something real slow and real choppy for you real soon.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name of Rello. That's RELLO.
4 times the genius.
And this was our special guest, Marrice Anthony. Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 4.5. Much love. Point Proven.